You built the funnel, you wrote the emails, you recorded the course, and Kajabi's dashboard says people are coming in, but they're not buying. Well, let's do some math just real quick. Kajabi growth is about $199 a month. Add your email platform, that's another $39 to $89 a month, depending on your list size. A landing page tool, a scheduler, maybe a community platform on top of that. And you start adding it all up and you're at $300, $400, $500 a month. And that's before you've sold a single thing. So then you hired a funnel coach. You rewrote the copy. You ran a launch. Still nothing. Here's what nobody told you. You ready? The funnel is not broken. Your niche statement is. Hey friend, my name is Mark Casto. I work with Christian coaches, authors, creators, entrepreneurs who have something that most people never get. Real wisdom, a real calling, and an audience that's actually listening. But underneath all of that, the technology is working against them instead of for them. And here's the thing. Most content made for people like you talks about alignment, calling, building a business with purpose. Friend, that stuff matters, but almost nobody talks about what's actually happening underneath it all. The tech, the funnel, the system that's either quietly supporting that calling or quietly working against it. And that's what this channel's for. So let's look underneath. All right, let's talk about symptom versus disease. See, when your funnel isn't converting, it feels like a tech problem. Maybe the page is ugly, maybe the email sequence is too long or too short, maybe the offer needs a better headline. So you fix those things and the numbers barely move. And that's because none of those are the actual problem. They're symptoms. The disease is setting one level up in how you've defined who you serve and what you solve. And until that's fixed, every tweak downstream is just rearranging furniture in a room with no foundation. Now, here's a pattern that I see constantly with Christian coaches and creators, because your calling feels so big, because you genuinely believe what you have to offer could help everyone and anyone. Your positioning ends up just as big and just as vague. So most of you say, I help Christians grow in faith and business. Well, friend, if you're saying that, that's not a niche. That's a category. It's true, but it doesn't tell anyone watching whether this is for them specifically right now. Now, compare that to this statement. I help Christian coaches who've been online for 2+ years replace their disconnected tech stack with one system that finally converts. Same calling underneath, completely different statement. And one of those makes a viewer think, okay, that's interesting. The other makes them think, wait, that's me. That's exactly my situation. Now, here's why this actually works. And it's not just a copywriting trick. If someone lands on your page from a cold ad, they've never heard of you, never heard of your offer, that traffic converts at under 1.5%, sometimes under 1%. But if someone arrives because they search the exact problem they're stuck on and your content matches that problem, that traffic converts at 3 to 5%, 3 to 5 times higher. Same funnel, same offer, same Kajabi page. The only thing that changed is whether the person showing up already knows before they ever read a word of your offer that this is for them. That's what a clear niche statement does. It pre-qualifies your traffic before they even land. See, vague positioning gives you cold traffic numbers even when your traffic technically isn't cold. So here's the part that should really change how you think about your tech stack. Take the exact same Kajabi funnel, same template, same email sequence, same checkout page, and run it for someone with a vague niche statement versus someone with the tight one. The vague version leaks at every stage. People opt in, but they're not sure why. They open emails, but they're lukewarm. they land on the sales page, and something just feels generic. The type version, same template, same emails, same checkout, but now every piece of that funnel is doing one job, confirming to the right person that yes, this is exactly what they've been looking for. See, the tool didn't change, the positioning did. So I want to give you something that you can actually use today. I call it the Clarity Audit, okay? 3 questions, so grab a notebook because I want you to actually answer these, not just nod along, okay? Don't just let this be a video that you don't take something from, okay? So question number 1 is this: who specifically am I serving? Not Christians, not entrepreneurs, I mean specifically, okay? What role are they in? What stage of business are they at? What platform are they already using? A weak answer sounds like Christian women who want to start a business. A strong answer sounds like this: Christian coaches who have been running their business for 1 to 5 years, who already have an audience, who are currently paying for 2 to 3 different platforms that don't talk to each other. See the difference? The strong version, someone either immediately recognizes themselves in or immediately knows it's not them. And both of those are good outcomes. The weak version, almost everyone half recognizes themselves in it and half recognize it's not enough to make someone act. Okay? Question number 2, what specific problem am I the solution to? Not a topic, not a problem, and not just any problem. A problem that's costing them something. Maybe it's time, money, momentum, peace of mind. See, a weak answer sounds like, I help with marketing. A strong answer sounds like, I help people stop losing potential clients because their tech stack is held together with duct tape and leads fall through the cracks between 5 disconnected tools. See, and I'm using our business as an example. The weak version is a topic. The strong version is a cost, something the viewer is currently experiencing and wants gone. Question number 3, why am I the right person to solve it? See, this is where your calling, your story, your lived experience actually becomes useful. Not as a feel-good detail, but as proof. See, a weak answer sounds like, I've always been passionate about helping people. A strong answer sounds like, I spent 3 years running my own coaching business on 5 different tools, hit the exact wall my audience is hitting now, and rebuilt my entire system from the ground up. So I know this problem from the inside, not just from a course I took. Friend, that's not bragging, that's evidence. And evidence is what makes someone trust you enough to actually click join. Now, pause the video if you need to. Go back through those 3 questions and actually write down your current answers. Be honest about whether they're weak or strong. Most people, when they do this exercise for the first time, realize their quote-unquote niche has been a topic the whole time, not a person, not a problem, and not a reason. If you just went through those 3 questions and felt that gap, that's not a bad sign. That's actually exactly where every serious kingdom entrepreneur starts before they build something that lasts. Here's what I mean. Inside the Longpath community, the very first thing that we do together before anyone touches a tool, before anyone builds a funnel, is lock in that niche statement. All 3 questions answered clearly in your own words. Because here's the truth. Your platform doesn't matter yet. Your content strategy doesn't matter yet. Your community doesn't matter yet. All of those things exist to serve a clear answer to those 3 questions. And if the answer underneath isn't clear, all of those things will keep leaking no matter how good they look on the surface. So here's what I'd love for you to do next. The link is in the description, okay? Takes you straight to Longpath Community. It's completely free to join. Come in, introduce yourself, and tell us your current answers to those 3 questions, even if they're rough. We'll look at them with you, tell you exactly what's working and what needs sharpening. I hope to see you inside.